Yeah.
see your character having been kidnapped, and now there's a little bit of a triangle between
Yes.
Blaine and Robbie.
Yeah, and the cat is kind of officially out of the bag when it comes to Ravi now seeing that there was a relationship going on, because he truly didn't really know. I think that he might have had his suspicions and was probably curious as to why Blaine was, so apt to save Peyton. It's like, okay, you don't really know her that well, but I guess we'll go and save her life. So I think for Peyton, she's kind of caught in the middle between these two guys. Ravi, who I think she's ultimately kind of meant to be with, and Blaine, who she's physically attracted to and has this strange chemistry with that she kind of can't explain. I actually don't know where we're going to go this season with either of those relationships, but I do know it'll continue to play out throughout our third season.
I thought it was very interesting because Robbie stayed in the car even though he really wanted to go in.
Totally.
But since Blaine kind of knew he was
I think he kind of let him, take over. I think that he was willing to let Blaine be the hero, but I think he ultimately really regrets that, just because of seeing the outcome and seeing us, embracing each other and having that special moment. I guess if you say someone's life, that kind of gives you ultimate brownie points for life.
But how is she going to be able to reconcile what she knows of Blaine? Truly knows?
I know. I think I would personally have a really hard time with knowing that the guy I'm dating has killed teenagers and also turned my best friend into a zombie. But I think for her, I think she's going to have to come to terms with the fact that, yes, Blaine has done these things, but ultimately deep down, is he a good person? Do I bring out something in him that actually is positive and actually is sensible? And I think that she'll be having to face that question this season. Yeah.
Being kind of zombie now, is she going to be looking at her own job? Does she want to protect her friends?
No, I do. I think that she's known now since season 1 about about Liv being a zombie, but I think that now she's involved in it in a different way, in a deeper way, because of now the secret being known to Clive. And I think you're going to see more crossovers in her job criteria involving Liv and needing her help and needing her visions to solve the crime. So I think you're going to see a little bit more of that, and the fact that they will be working together, and Clive also is involved. He's now not out of the loop, so she can talk openly about zombies being out there and trying to catch the bad ones.
Stacey Boss are still out there. Does anything that happens with Peyton and her still going?
She's going to still go after him. I think that her ultimate goal is I think the bigger question, which is, do we let humans know that zombies exist, or do we just keep quiet and keep it a secret as long as we possibly can? Are humans going to be open to letting us live our lives and be as normal as we possibly can, or are they going to literally try to kill all of us and make us extinct? And I think obviously she's on a strange end because she's not a zombie, so she is for her friends, but she's also like, I'm a human. I'm not undead. So there's a different. I think there's a different timeline for her when it comes to obviously life.
How is she going to react to the government wanting to step in and kind of take control of the zombies?
I think she's going to be pretty nervous about it. Even from just reading this first episode, I think the cast as a whole, all of our characters are very tentative to letting that happen. I think they know that, the government can always have other means to get a point across or to have change happen. And I think that they know that, they can't completely trust that their intentions are pure.
Liv has a lot of, obviously, personalities that she takes on as she consumes different kinds of people. How has it been for you playing with Liv and taking on these personalities?
That's a good question. It's fun. It kind of changes my performance a bit, especially when I didn't know that she was a zombie. Because one second she's acting like, a teenage boy, and then the next second she's, acting like a stripper. And so it's really interesting. It's kind of like having a friend that's almost like multi-personalities. But it's really fun, I think, to see Rose take on the different personalities. And some of my favorites, personally, are her housewife brain, stripper brain. I thought was really funny. So yeah, you're going to see that that continue throughout the season because it is part of our show. But there is like a kind of a cool twist where you're going to see Major involved in some of that as well.
We have time for one more question.
Do you have one? Yeah, do you have one? Go for it.
Are we going to see she's having a separate story from the Will Zombie drama?
Yeah.
But now that it's really all coming to a head, I'm curious, do you know if we're going to see maybe some of the Mr. Bob story in more with the zombie story?
Yes.
So she'll
There will be more overlap, I think, between those two storylines coming together. I am still kind of left in the dark as an actor, which I kind of don't mind because I love surprises. And it's kind of fun to read the script and then be like, oh, that just happened. But yes, you will see more of that world fall into Mr. Boss and truly trying to get him for the crimes that he's gotten away with.